Hi everyone, welcome back to the Holo Show. Today I'm joined here with Mr. Johnson, the responsible of Welcome Home Mission, organization for homelessness in Montreal. He would like to talk to you about his mission in general, his personal experience with homeless people, and more details about those people. So, hello Mr. Johnson.
Hello, Mr. Lee.
As a responsible of Welcome Home Mission, you have certainly things to share with us. Can you tell me about the principal goals for your organization?
Well, Welcome Home Mission is a non-profit organization that provides to homeless people the care that they need to help them feel less isolated. We also, of course, offer a vast variety of free services, such as a food bank and a very developed shelter system serving people in need.
Also, Mr. Johnson, from what you have seen these years, how do people generally become homeless?
This is a question that has been asked to me a lot in the past.
From my personal point of view, I think it's because of some poor choices that they made in the past that continues to affect their lives early on. As a matter of fact, most of homeless people have a history of drugs and alcohol. Of course, the lack of education or any kinds of professional skills or degrees is also a crucial reason why they are suffering from these issues.
Thank you. Now, how do you think people walking in the streets should actually view the homeless people? I mean, is that wisely to just ignore them, or maybe try to talk to them?
Most people think that homeless people are just some kinds of lazy or mentally deficient people that are living on the street. However, this stereotype is not representative of the reality at all. In fact, only a small number of them are actually mentally deficient. Most of them are just normal people, like you and me, that have unfortunately made some poor choices in their life and ended up being homeless.
What are some prejudices that you heard about the homelessness?
Well, it's a question that would be very hard for me to answer, because some of the stereotypes about homelessness are unfortunately true. As a matter of fact, a vast majority of the population of the homeless people do suffer from the drug and alcohol products addictions, and many of them had been arrested because of some criminal behaviors. However, I do want to correct one thing from these already damaging stereotypes regarding the homelessness. And that would be that unlike a lot of people tend to believe, homeless people are not lazy people and are willing to find a job to improve their situation. I've seen a lot of heart-touching people that made some mistakes earlier in their life, but really tries to turn their life around. But they have now fallen so far that re-establishing themselves back into the society become extremely difficult.
Do you know any other stepping stones that can help them outside of the community?
There are actually a lot of resources that they are eligible of. However, the vast majority of them don't even know that these helps exist. And because of that, they miss to receive those public benefits that they are entitled.
Did some homeless people have a job before being homeless?
As a matter of fact, yes. According to the latest statistic, around 41% of the adults are actually employed the year before they become homeless. But they have unfortunately lost their job because of some addiction problems or gambling issues.
How do you think people escape situations like this?
Well, it is of course very difficult for a homeless person to get out of the homelessness, because they often do not have both the experience and the education needed to get back on their feet. However, if they can realize the mistake they made, learn from them, and use the resources around them properly, there are always ways for them to change their lives.
Finally, how as a society can we help the homeless people?
I personally believe that the best way of helping them would be to help them recognizing their mistakes. Of course, giving them a proper education or any kinds of degree or professional skills would also be very appreciated, because it will allow them to be able to work on their own.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson, for coming.
Thank you for having me here.
See you next time.
No, no, man.